Today we face Premier League opposition in the FA Cup third round. We've had job offers from Brighton. They're a team that I've managed a lot in previous FMs, and today we get the chance to beat them at the racecourse. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. For me, it is now Christmas Eve, and where this is going to come out on the 27th of December. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas period, and I hope I end up having a fantastic Christmas period. I imagine it'll be brilliant, because they always are. Family, drinks, food, what more can you want? I'm excited for the next couple of days, but I'm also excited for today's episode. We have Brighton today at home at the racecourse, and we've also got away against Birmingham. Only 2 games have been played from when you were last here. It was a 3-2 victory against Crewe, where Charlie Lingard scored in 13 seconds and then assisted Mullin 5 minutes later, and we ended up winning 3-2 once they come back to 2-2. And the Papa John's game against Everton, I simmed it as usual, quarter-final. Well, we're now in the quarter-final. A 5-1 win with a fully rotated 11 is good. Ethan Laidlaw getting the score seat, Josh Nerfield grabbing a brace, Mipo Bueko scoring, and Lingard still comes on and scores goals. It's just what he does. Now, first of all, transfers wise, I have been trying really hard to get a few boys in. The player at the moment that I think we're most likely to get in is Reece Williams. He looks like a brilliant centre back, 16 headed and 16 to 19 jumping reach. If we get him, he's going to score 10-15 goals a season easily. He's winning by Burton as well. Burton, I think, are in our league still. No, they're top of League 2. Okay, so I think we'll beat Burton in the race. So hopefully we get him in. That would be fantastic because he looks brilliant as defender. Other signings we've tried to make. Fabian De Kaiser, unbelievable goalkeeper, had everything agreed, and Brighton come in for him, didn't they? Of course they did. So he's now got to wait in a work permit for Brighton, but that shows what a great goalkeeper he was, and he was on about £3,500 a week. The other international game clauses in there, so that would have been a great signing. And the other player I've been trying to sign, but has rejected me and ended up going to Leeds, is this man, Kane Smythe. He was transfer listed by Tottenham due to it being the end of his contract. Look at him. As an advanced playmaker, just look at him. He looks so good. There was nothing wrong with his sort of attitude or big games consistency. His first touch was brilliant. 18 teamwork, good pace, decent determination. He's jovial, unflappable, media friendly. So yeah, that'd have been a great signing. But sadly, he's chosen to go to Leeds. Now, I've got a little bit ahead of myself. I was watching a YouTube video and I clicked into the game already. So when we click into the game, it is going to be the press conference, and then we'll do the nice little load up. So give me 2 seconds and we'll get right back into that game. Just very, very quickly before we do get into this game, I want to thank you guys so much for all your support over this Christmas period, and really since FM23 has started. We're now pushing on into the new year, and I'm so thankful to be able to do this for you. So if you can subscribe to the channel, show how much support you do have, and comment down below on what's been your favourite moment of the Wrexham save so far for you. Because for me, it would probably be the 118 point season. League 2 was just fun as a whole. Let me know your guys down in the comments. But yeah, let's get into this game. Thank you so much. Right then, the Red Dragons are here and are waiting for Brighton. Our team today is a fairly standard one. You guys have seen this team many, many times. The Brighton team today is going to be interesting to look at. Neto, Bogle, Matip, Dunk, Larios, Stiller, Mandragora, Enzola, Wahi, Buendia. I didn't see the left wing, but a very strong side. It looked on the right that they're not in the greatest of form at the moment, Brighton. I mean, where actually are they in the Premier League? That would be a good thing just to quickly check. Brighton are sitting in... Oh, they're first in the Championship. Okay, they're doing very well as well. So they're a very strong side. Just had a bit of a dip in form recently, but 2 teams then fighting for the upper end of their competitions. We right now are, I think, 3 points behind the playoffs, so we've had a complete turn in form. So I'm very happy with how things have gone since you guys were last here, and even since, you know, I think it's today's video, the 24th, is coming out. I thought I was going to be sacked. I genuinely thought it was all over. We were having meetings, and yeah, I didn't know what I was going to do for the rest of, you know, this holiday period, and I thought it was done. I thought there was going to be nothing yesterday, nothing Boxing Day, nothing Christmas Day. I thought it was all over. But thankfully we are here and we have turned it right around, and we look like a very, very good side, and we don't look like we're going to be facing anywhere near the relegation zone. In fact, it could very much well be that playoffs that we so deserve to win last year. Just sadly missed out. Decent chance there for Brighton, a good cross in, and Wahi getting close with a shot. Ben Wilson with a good save. But yeah, 42 minutes in, that's the first highlight we've seen. So rather quiet game to kick things off, which I'm not too angry about. I'd quite like this game to go all the way and potentially to penalties as well. I think that's our best chance of beating Brighton. I mean, obviously they are just one league above, but you know, the very upper echelon of that, and have probably just been relegated from the Premier League. Hence why I was offered the job. But yeah, we haven't really played very well. I am going to say that to them because we've had one shot all game. Better on possession, which is good, but we're not moving the ball at all. We're not getting up to these front two, and maybe we need to make a few changes. But I'm obviously aware of the quality difference in these two teams, and just probably money-wise, the salary is probably outrageous, and it shows the level we do need to reach. Davies there going in for a really dodgy challenge on Bogle when he crosses the ball in, but it's a good ball in the end, and Wahi does get his head on it, and it is 1-0 to Brighton. And I'm going to make them changes nice and quick. I'm going to bring on Adrian Blake on the left and Josh Nerfield on the right, and actually just push them up as well, just to get a little bit more, hopefully, balls into the strikers, and we'll actually change this from cautious to attacking, and we'll go for them. Because why not, you know? We're 1-0 down, it's a cup game. You have to go for these games. Obviously, you've got to try and hold on for as long as possible, but as soon as that resilience gets broken, we need to push, and we need to push hard. Let's push these boys up as well onto a higher line, and maybe just make sure we are getting balls in the box. We are. What else could we do? We'll just do that. We'll do that for now. We've still got a half hour left. The game is nowhere near over. We've definitely picked up in the second half, having now 5 shots rather than just the one. And a highlight here with Josh Nerfield down the right-hand side. Can he keep the ball? He cannot, sadly. And Larios does intercept. And Mandragona goes on to Mbola Inzala to Wahi up front. He is going to burst through into the box. Decent strike, just wide of the mark. Inzola is a player that I really like. I've not used him on this year's FM, so I can't comment on his potential this year. But previous FMs, he has been fantastic and a really good go-to cheap signing. So you can see why he is at Brighton smashing up the Championship. Harry Milne playing today because of Jack McKenzie has got a little injury. It's only an orange one, so he shouldn't be out for too long. Great ball there from Mandragona, and that is, you know, a Serie A level pass there from the ex-Sassuolo man. And a great finish from Wahi. And sadly today we aren't going to get that big scalp that we wanted. It is going to look like it's going to be a defeat for us against Brighton, but you know, what more can you really expect? A very, very strong side. We'll get on Ethan Laidlaw and Ami Bueco, and we'll actually get on... what's happened to Josh Nerfield? Where's Josh? Oh, he's there. Of course he is. I was well confused. He's just come on, hasn't he, actually, so we won't get him off. There's a low force for another highlight, though, and maybe it's the pace of Ethan Laidlaw in behind. He does get onto it. Can he set a ball back into the box, or is Joel Matip, Champions League winner and all-right dominator at the back? He's going to just dispossess him nice and easy, and Brighton are going to do a little bit of knocking the ball about. Brazilian goalkeeper Neto, another very good player. Yeah, their team was littered with Premier League and like Serie A quality, so... Very difficult game, but Adrian Blake in behind does find Ethan Laidlaw, finds Joe Bellingham, and he hits the post, and that would have been one to take away. Very, very good effort there from Job. Nathan Ferguson trying to battle with Enciso down this left-hand side, and Enciso does very well, deflected, and Ben Wilson does make the save. Job is a bit tired, so we'll get on Tayshaun Oakley boot. It's only, I think, 3 days till our next game, so I'm wary of fitness-wise. We don't need to run these boys into the ground. We had to play a full-strength team today to see if we could dispossess Brighton from that FA Cup 4th round. But Omar Bogle rubber stamping a 3-0 defeat in the 89th minute. A great ball from Emi Buendia, a guy who's probably worth 50-odd million. So, yeah, levels to this game. I mean, even Alex Telles is playing a left-back for them now, and he was on their bench. So... yeah, we've got some way to go to reach the top of the Championship by the seams of it, but I'm not too worried. I think this season has been a massive turnaround on where we were. We just need to now find the right young players to come in, and that's what I'm really trying to do in this window. Obviously, last year I just signed like Aubameyang and players like that, or this season I could have signed Jordi Alba, but this year I'm looking for them younger players that can really improve our team. I'll bring you guys back for that game against Birmingham. I think I need to sneeze or drink or something. Right then, here at a very, very nice Birmingham stadium. They're set up in a 4-2-3-1 today. We've got a slightly rotated side, 4-4-2. Wilson, Devine, Bernard, Welsh, Mackenzie, Sismodics, Cleek, Bellingham, Blake, Mullin and Charlie Lingard. Still a very, very strong side for us. Birmingham away from home, but down in 14th in the league. We are now in 9th and just a few points away from that beautiful playoff spot. We've got a game in hand and a win today can see us literally 3 points behind them. So, yeah, we are closing in and we are doing very, very well recently. I didn't really look at the Birmingham team, to be honest, but Robertson is through on goal and it puts Birmingham 1-0 up in just 5 minutes. His third goal of the season, Alex Robertson. That was very, very easy for them. I'm going to move on to a positive mentality straight away because that is not the start we wanted. In terms of players I recognise Ashby, Alex Smithy's in goal. Is that James Forrest possibly at right wing? So a fairly decent side, Birmingham. Obviously a big club down in League One, mid-table as well. So yeah, will be good to see them climb back up, but not here today. We obviously won a lot of games recently, and because of that loss in the FA Cup, I'm hoping it doesn't derail our form, because that it'd be very FM if that happens, because that seems to happen a hell of a lot. But the first half here, I think we are actually going to go in losing 1-0. We are away from home, so I'll take a draw today. I'm not expecting to come here and blow them away. We have been the slightly better team. I'm going to say I'm disappointed. You've not been good enough there. You've not been good enough there. And you've not been good enough there. Paul Mullin, mate, if you're disheartened, get off the pitch. Me, Bueco, come on and show me why you should be starting rather than Paul Mullin, because he's not happy today, and I'm not going to be able to please him, so get off. Easy as that. When we've got players like me, Bueco, just sitting there on the bench, player who scored nearly 30 goals last season, it's an easy replacement. Charlie Lingard, finding Meepo, finding Sammy Sismodics, and there he is. Meepo with the assist after just coming on 1-1. Some would say tactical genius, and Sammy Sismodics doing a nice little Irish dance there for his teammates as he equalises for 1-0. Matthias Cleek with the interception. Lingard doing very well, keeping composed to find Meepo, and a great ball from him. Matthias Cleek has spoken to me in the last couple of days about his worry about his work permit not going to get renewed at the end of the season, which is worrying for me because he's been really good this season, influential. He's a very, very good player and I'd love to keep him around, but how's that not got in? Stephen Welsh. I don't think I'll be able to keep him around, sadly. I think he'll stay to the end of the season. I managed to basically tell him you're not getting a transfer this season. He seemed to be semi-happy with it. Obviously, he's gutted that his work permit isn't going to be able to be extended. So yeah, we are going to look like we're missing Matthias Cleek next year. We have sold Thomas O'Connor as well. He's gone to the USA. He was getting a very bit of a strop on about not playing enough games, but Michael Cairns, a lone player from Rangers, is better than him at 18 years of age, and obviously Matthias Cleek is much better than him. So he got a right strop on, so he went out the door for £100,000. We definitely look better since bringing on Meepo Bueco. I'm going to say just play at a little bit of a higher tempo, and we'll bring this defensive line up as well. Changes wise, I will make a couple of them as well. We'll get on Jordan Davies and we'll actually take off Joe because he's very tired in there. And maybe we'll bring on Nathan Ferguson as well for Devine and leave that as the subs for this game. I'm going to give it till the 80th minute and maybe go attacking as well, just to try and push these last 10 minutes. We have definitely been the assertive team in this second half. Christ, we've been much better, but just the one shot on target is not good enough. I'm going to push the wingers forward to hopefully be a bit more of a presser of a team. And I will take off Deshaun Bernard as well if we can, which we really can't take him off, which isn't good. Let's do that, and let's do that. Yeah, we can take him off. Josh Nerfield's played a lot of games out there for us, so we might as well try that one and encourage with 5 minutes to go and go for a win here. This wouldn't be a bad result, like I said, away from home at St Andrews, and they are a mid-table side, but it's so tight. They're probably literally 3 or 4 points behind us. So away from home is not a bad result in the slightest. Freeman ball over to Eubank, who does score. Now this result I wouldn't be happy with, but I don't need to think about that because he's offside, and I think that was fairly obvious once the pass was made. Was his name actually Chris Eubank? I mean, he's actually onside, and there's a mistake there, which is quite good to see from from the assistant flag, making a mistake, keeping it at 1-0 and helping us there, because that would have been not such a great result. But 1-0 away from home against a decent side in Birmingham. A loss obviously to Brighton at the start of the day, so the two Bs getting on top of us. But a good day in terms of player performances and in terms of just progressing the club. We also had our record sales for match tickets as well in that Brighton game, beating the one against Arsenal. So it's good to see as we progress up the league, the fans are too. We are literally a game in hand and a win from being 3 points from that playoff spot. We are currently sitting 11 points outside of the top two. They have got games in hand. Both just absolutely storming this league, as well as Huddersfield as well. So it looks like it's going to be hopefully a playoff spot for us this season. I'm going to keep pushing forward onto that, as I do not want to make this too long, but obviously we've been in the Christmas period. I am pretty much, after finishing this episode, I'm logging off for Christmas, and I'll be back on the 27th to record some, 28th even, to record some bits. So yeah, what we're looking at coming back wise probably is going to be the Charlton-Cambridge doubleheader. Charlton top of the league, so a very good club and a good team to see the end of. And obviously it's deadline day as well, and I think there will be a fair bit of business. We've got a lot of money sitting there ready to be spent. We've got nearly 15k in wage budget and £500,000 in transfer budget. Reece Williams would be a great signing. I mean, just look at him. He looks fantastic. Nothing to be scared of here as well. He's consistent, likes big matches. The only problem I've got with him is he can only play on the right side. So it does mean pushing Bernard onto the left, but he's reasonable on his left foot and doesn't have a preference, whereas Williams does. But that would be a great signing to get over the line, and hopefully there'll be a few more as well. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. I probably did, and I'm aware this is well in the future. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next time.